Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help to bring you a little bit of clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Earth Magic Oracle cards. Get a little clarity for you guys. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ Consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening message of energy, wisdom, and advice for the collective, please and thank you. Ooh, wow, you have the summer solstice, your radiance. So something's going to be very clear. I just heard like a wake-up call. This is something that you want to wake up for, that you want time to continue. Or just think of the really long day, like you get to do something even more. So this feels like an energy you want to be around, something you want to be doing. Maybe it's your energy is changing, radiance. You're radiating a different light, kind of a different overall energy, outer and inner sparkle. Summer solstice. And I just get, you really want something to last here. So maybe you have a new passion or a new partnership or a new position, something like that in your life. And you feel like instead of having to do something, you get to do something. I guess let's do one more. I started auto shuffle. So let's get another message on the summer solstice and radiance for the collective, please. And then we'll sort of, ooh, nice. We'll sort of layer on this and see how the whole thing sort of works together. You also have something that you're getting grounded. So not only are you wanting something to last and feeling like you're wide awake in a situation, you're putting down some deep roots. You're branching out into new territory, getting your footing, getting stability in a situation. Maybe this is a new job or a partnership, or just your overall energy feels more stable these days. But with the branches, I see that you do have to be flexible, and it looks like there's fruit in this tree. So there is a harvest coming. There is something that you have already planted. Maybe you couldn't see how deep these roots were growing if something was under the surface, but now something is being illuminated, and I feel like you are getting ready to harvest something. So when I think of that, I think of those as opportunities or blessings. Perhaps even something that you let go and is about to come back towards you, but it also is a little bit of work. So either you've done some work already, or whatever you are working on here, it feels good. It doesn't feel like hard, heavy labor. It feels like something you are proud of doing and that you really want to put your energy into. You're looking forward to. I don't know why I see one of those, like a little dandelion, like making a wish. So maybe this is something you made a wish on in the past, but instead of taking a hold on something, turning out a certain way, you allowed something to go. Kind of let go of something so it could grow or come back the right way in the right timing. Let's just get one more. One more from this deck, please. Clarity on summer solstice and tree, grounding and radiance, stillness. Maybe something that's coming in is allowing you, look at even the reflection on that lake is very clear. Maybe there's a tranquil, peaceful energy coming on in, but this looks like the morning time to me. It looks like there's not quite an arrival here, but the boat is ready to go. So maybe you're about to take a journey Maybe you do something near a lake. Maybe you actually fish or kayak or do something on a boat. But I'm getting a lot of, I don't know, I want to say like early morning energy. So maybe this is even you taking some time to tap into the stillness of your soul to come up with some answers. Trusting your intuition, meditation, maybe even early morning yoga for some of you, or like an early morning, I see like an early morning run or workout or walking your dog or just maybe just walking somewhere. This energy looks really beautiful. And I don't see that it's something that's bringing like big waves. Even if you're taking a journey across something, I feel like it's just creating like gentle little ripples. Stillness. Maybe there was a situation that wasn't so still. If there was a chaotic situation or a lot of energy that was happening in the past, maybe this is something that comes in and gives you time to just sort of take a break, relax, recharge, feel at peace in the stillness. If this is anything that has to do with a partnership, I am getting that you don't even have to do anything with this person, just to be near them and still and silent feels like a blessing. And I keep hearing that you're just so like blessed. You get to, I hear get to, you get to do this. So that just makes me think of that wish that you had. Or blessing you recognize once you're there. What did I auto-grab? The divine dog. Let's get a divine dog message and then see how all of this energy layers into the reading. What is one divine dog message, please? And thank you. Oh, wow. You have celebration coming in. So maybe you're going to a party or there's a reason to celebrate. That can be anything. That could be something really exciting and radiant in your life. That could be you feeling like you're just finally stable. You could even be, you know, doing something where it was a big celebration and that's why you need a little pause or a little stillness after or before to prepare for a lot of energy in a situation. But if you're invited to a party or something comes through that, I'm just getting that something comes through. It brings you a lot of peace. You feel alive again, and it's something that feels really stable. You know, this is the peaceful energy, and maybe that alone is reason to celebrate. But for some of you, it could be a birthday party or some kind of celebration where you get an invitation. Look at these dogs. They're like all like, yeah. So maybe you have the right pack around you, but this is you in general acknowledging your victories. Whatever that is for you. Maybe it's a small goal, maybe it's a big milestone, but it's something you feel really good about. It definitely is something in your life coming through that immediately changes your energy. So let's see what this celebration energy is, acknowledging your victories. Looking at how far you've come too. Even if you've had something that's a failure or didn't work out, I feel like that somehow was the catalyst for change or the support and root system you needed for growth. And if you were rigid on anything in the past, I feel like with that tree, you've become more flexible on an outcome or your movement through a situation. I just see that boat sort of traveling here with the current. So maybe you had to like use a motor or use your, you know, use a lot of energy on something before, and now something's just sort of drifting you along really nice. Let's go to an angel card. Let's get an angel message for you guys. This is daily guidance from your angels. What's a message to be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. Release and surrender. So that was where I saw that releasing energy with your wish and just allowing something to unfold naturally, or even just, you know, the wind to sort of move you along, being flexible in a situation. This is the path of least resistance. It could be that you are ending one chapter to begin another. But if you're starting a new chapter, even if you have a kind of an idea, an illumination on what that chapter is going to be about, you never really know until you're in it. Till you're on that page. I see a page turning. Let's see what this says. Wow. Well, whatever I saw before here with your harvest, it looks like from the divine, from God, from source, your angels, your spirit guides, you are being blessed. You're being blessed with radiant. Wow, you got the same message. I mean, I love when I pull totally different decks of cards and the same thing needs to come through. That means it's a big message for you. Yeah, I even happen to have the sunshine behind me today on the neon. So it is telling you, wow, so the blessings coming in are not normal. It is opening you to blessings of radiant love. Open your arms. Release the challenges that you've held, tightly gripped. Whatever I was saying before. If anything was challenging, you're going to start to see it in a different perspective on how it was just helpful. It helped you grow, it helped you move, it helped you change, it helped you, do something a different way. It brought some flexibility and new perception upon, how something can be a victory. Even just overcoming an obstacle and not a big, big goal that you had. Just getting through something is a victory. So if you held anything tightly gripped within your hands, I still see that like dandelion. You let something go, or that's what you are acknowledging you have to do. Open your arms, hands, and heart to our love and assistance. So you have assistance coming in that can come through the divine realm, but it can also be sent for you through other people in your life. However that help comes in, you have to be open, armed to receive it. You have to have an open heart, to allow something in. If you have big walls on, you can't see over that wall on the new, beautiful, journey ahead of you, your new space. Like if you have any kind of wall, it just blocks your perception. So even if you can't see really far ahead on your, new journey or your new territory or in your new partnership or your new situation, whatever it is that's new, you can still see around you. You have the right light to see what you need. I do see you just have to continue to take steps with open arms. I really like that message came through twice for you. Now I'm not sure which card to use. Let's do this one. I kind of like that this has fun little messages. It's the mindful messages. Let's get a mindful message on release and surrender, celebration, stillness, radiance, and grounding. One message for the collective, please. This, the edge of greatness. So you are about to take a leap of faith. You are seeing something from a higher perspective, but you don't have the lid on the box. The stars and the possibilities and the universe of, all possible opportunities is above you. The edge of greatness. The universe is opening doors for you, bringing opportunities your way. Don't crumble at the edge of your greatness. Take the opportunities that come and walk through the doors with confidence. You do have confidence here. You also have this beautiful peace within yourself. And it's you living this energy where you're celebrating all of these opportunities that are coming in. Maybe it's one by one. It could be a windfall as well. Believing in yourself, stepping back into your own personal power, taking a release on anything that you had on anyone or anything else that you cannot control. Just have an allowance out there and take that sense of control back into, the steps you are walking, where you are going, how you are perceiving something, what you are thinking about. It's also really being in the right vibration that wonderful things are working their way to you. What do I want to pull now? Do I have a spirit message? I don't know. If I didn't bring it, maybe it's not supposed to come out today. So let's do a couple tarot cards. Let's do a couple. I brought the Happy Tarot. This is a cute little deck. So let's just get a few tarot messages on the energy going on. Kind of get an idea of what this is about. What does the collective need to know right now on being on the edge of greatness, radiant love coming into your life, brand new blessings on their way or already here, or focusing on what you are already blessed to have. Feeling these deep roots and huge growth in a situation. Maybe celebrating with some friends or one person in particular. Let's start with a foundational energy. What does the collective need to know, please, and thank you. What is this? Oh, you have a Page of Swords. So maybe you could sort of see something for a while. Maybe you were very curious about someone or something, but you had to get more information. You have to definitely like get more into an experience so something can unfold. It could also be that somebody's very curious about you. They've been watching you, maybe from far away, maybe not saying how much they are curious about you or interested in you. This is a page, so it's only a page's energy. There's a lot to learn with this person. It's usually a Libra, Gemini, an Aquarius kind of energy, but there's so much potential with whoever this is. Upside down, this is somebody who has all the smarts they need and they don't use them right. They get ahead of themselves. They think they know everything about everything from reading the intro to the book and not getting into the situation or having more experiences. It's kind of like a little nosy pants know-it-all. But this way, this person has a lot of potential to know what they don't know, but they have to dive farther into the experience than just sitting on the back wall and observing. You have to get into the experience with a person or a situation or a partnership or an environment to really know what it's like. You can observe all you want, you know, from afar, but until you do that thing, until you're in that chapter, you're never going to really know something. So it might be that something's really new coming in. It could also be that some of you get just kind of sometimes I see that as a curious text message, but I don't feel like you get all the information. It's more like somebody's fishing to get some information out of you. You know, like, I don't know why, like somebody's asking you what you're doing instead of just saying, hey, or I don't know. I see what are you doing? But maybe they have plans going on, but they don't tell you about the big plans until they get the answer from you first. I'm getting like a little question that could give somebody else more information so they know how to ask a bigger question or plan something out. But I feel like it would just be a lot easier if it were a phone call and a back and forth conversation rather than always kind of like trying to, you know, kind of fish something out. I see this lake now. So I hope that made sense. You know, like it could be like somebody wants to ask you out, but instead of just saying, hey, what are you doing later? Do you want to go hang out? They kind of like wishy-washy, see kind of what you're doing to see if you might be interested, to kind of just ask. I feel like this person has the capacity to be way more direct than wishy-washy. But maybe, you know, it could be that they're shy as well or inexperienced. What is this page all about? Please and thank you. You got night. Well, this is good. So you're moving from the page to the night. So it's somebody that's very curious about a situation. It could be you also very curious about someone or something else. But you got to get past the research. You got to get past the like looking at it from like the fly on the wall or the wallflower and dive on into the experience, and then you'll really know. This is a person diving into the experience passionately, expansively, adventurous, confident, and creative. This is kind of a sassy knight. And he's riding, he's on kind of like, it's like he took his or her rocking horse off of the thing where it's just going back and forth, gave it wheels, and he's like, no, this back and forth thing is not working for me. I mean, it was fun for like a moment. I want to be moving down that hill, because I know down that hill or over that thing is a big ass adventure, and I don't want to be looking at the same thing over and over and over, even if it was, you know, fun for a little while going back and forth. I'm getting that this person wants to dive in and have more adventures, more experiences. That could also be you. It's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo kind of energy. Upside down, they are someone who's back and forth, in and out. They don't stick around. They make promises. They have so much passion, and then where they go. They just don't respond, or they're not there. They found a new adventure to go on. It's like really lack of follow through. Or getting into a situation that this is still upside down, they really want to get into, but somewhere inside of them, they have a lack of confidence that it's for them, or will work out, or will be long lasting, or they compare it to everything they've been through, and they self-sabotage and they run away before it gets deep. But upright, this is somebody you'd have a really good time with. Or this is you just on your own, really diving into what you are passionate about and having a really good time. Going on an adventure, going somewhere you've never gone before, trying something you've never tried before. This person wants to try something new, even if it's in the same territory or with the same person in the same relationship. This is the person that gets kind of creative on having some new experiences on what you can do that you've never done before. Kind of like constantly throws in that creative monkey wrench, which is sort of fun. But sometimes they can be spontaneous in a good way, and sometimes with that lack of grounding energy on something, they can also be a little bit spontaneous in a way that sort of feels like it's flaky, because there's not some solid structure on what they want to do. But sometimes that's a good thing. You know, it's just a personality kind of trait, or what is the personality coming through. But so far we do have 2 court cards. Although this one I do see as not always a court card, sometimes just a message, because it's a page. This is the experience. It's a journey. Look at all the pink energy in this. There's the marshmallows. Maybe I know there's a lot of like candy in this deck, but maybe you're doing something like camping with marshmallows. That makes me think of s'mores. Let's get another message. What is the bridge between this page and this knight, please, and thank you. What do we need to know about them? Oh, that you're making plans. So what I said here, being spontaneous is great, but sometimes you have to take those passionate ideas and put some plans down. Have an itinerary, make something solid, but also have the flexibility if it rains that day or something doesn't quite work out right. That's when you can get flexible and spontaneous. It's always about a balance. I like this. This is it's the 2 of candy canes here, but it's the two of wands. So it is possible, because I know I read this card different. I always see this as either a very passionate partnership, or a creative partnership, or a business partnership, because it's someone that you can work with, that you can constantly expand any solid plans you had. Even if you have solid plans, something that has structure, this is a dynamic where there's always growth that's possible, which is good, because that's when you do have something that can be both grounded and like have blessings of abundance, as there's movement through tides and ebbs and flows and seasons and such, because nothing's ever going to stay stagnant or the same forever. This is somebody, it's really flexible, but it might mean there's still one that's somebody's waiting to grab this one wand. It's not quite coming together yet. But there is one person, you or someone else, that has some plans in mind. Or you need to put something down on paper and have plans on this passionate adventure you're thinking about, this thing you want to pursue, this new land that you're looking at out there. I mean, it looks like this person's ready to get on that rocking horse with wheels and go on out there into that new territory. But this could be, you know, someone who was just observing something for a really long time, always about making the plans and never doing the do. I would say if this person is coming into this page's life, they're going to help them do the do. That was a really weird phrase. You know, but maybe something has to come together. You do have an artist's palette here. So maybe you're creating something that's really artistic. Maybe some of you are artists. Or you're getting more creative with your form of expression. Getting more creative with your plans for something, or somebody's helping you with that. What do we need to know about the Two of Rods? I would say upside down, it's just having all these beautiful plans in your mind, or things that you're thinking of, dreams that you have, places you want to go. You know, I keep hearing who you want to ask out, or who wants, you know, they want to ask you out. So I think that is a little part of this reading, even though I'm not getting a huge love reading for all of you. But if that's what's in your energy and you're thinking about, it's like they gotta really get out of their head and have some follow through with these experiences to have more and more, and have more experiences in your chapters, so you keep making more plans. You keep getting to do more. Let's get another message. What else does the collective need to know, please and thank you? That one. Who's that? Oh, you have death. So this is really nice. This is you completely, what did that say before? Release and surrender. I like the death card. It's very strong. It's a Scorpio card. So you might have to, in some cases, really allow something to go out the window, to let something go, because plans didn't work. A partnership didn't work. A job didn't work. Something didn't work. It is done. There's something that is done here. If you have this upright or upside down, this is you or someone else just not letting something go. It's done. There's something that's done and has to be let go of. So this brand new, radiant, beautiful blessing, you know, radiant love kind of energy can come in. This is keeping your arms completely closed. And it is resistance. Like, nope, nope. Even though it's not going to change what is done. How you or how someone else decides to react and move is what you can control. Because this is something that's usually outside our control that is finished. And this card, even though it looks like, you know, you got that pirate, and here, look at, you're on that rocking horse that's not getting anywhere. Back and forth, back and forth. So maybe this has to happen. You have to figure out a creative way to put those wheels on to start to move once you let something go. The death card takes a lot of strength, but what it does is it brings back this radiant energy, the light at the end of the tunnel, the chance to thrive, and it whispers, it's time to live. Because you got now to get to do that. You get to. So it's doing things you're passionate about, starting to make those plans, not just observing it from afar, so you feel like you're thriving. But it's not always easy to let something go. Some people are pretty good at it, some people are not. But this is letting the right things go, the things that were no longer of your highest and greatest good. And this is when it is due time to allow something to leave. Or you do the leaving, or someone else is leaving a situation. Let's see what it's bringing. So what energy is this release and renewal, the phoenix rising, transfiguration, transformation that's coming into your life, bringing. Or what do you need to know as a deeper message for this? Please and thank you. That it's going to bring you strength. And you got the strength card. And the strength card does not come through because something was easy. It comes through because you gained strength that brought you greatness. Sometimes it's getting to the edge. It's that last push. And you're like, nope, done. No mas. And that release, or sometimes that first step towards something new, is what's hard. You got a lot of Leo energy too. Maybe something happening in August, or just a general Leo, you or someone else around you. Here it's pushy control, trying to overpower someone, trying to push someone to do something because you are the strong one. It's distrust, because there has to be this trust between this, you know, usually it's, I always see this kind of as the Empress with the Lion. There has to be a trust here for these two to get along, but it doesn't mean it happened right away. Sometimes that's something that comes over time. But once there's this trust, it's something that's long lasting. But this Lion could have been a situation as well. It could have been like something that felt fearful, felt scary, was a rough terrain, something that had to be tamed in your life, or you had to figure out how to tame yourself to handle a situation that was rough. But that's one of those blessings. Whatever you went through that was hard brought you that strength. Or it is telling you you're going to have the strength, that inner personal power to handle whatever you gotta let go of, and whatever new territory is coming into your life. You can do it. Believe in yourself. You're having this big, huge, like, vibrancy of clarity, flexibility, being grounded, having the strength to grow, stillness and peace in your soul to handle whatever comes through. And you're getting some, you know, just kind of an extra big message to remind you you can do it. Look at how much you've gone through already. You can do it. And when you get through whatever this is, you're going to feel really good. It could also be, I mean, if you have a Leo energy, it could be like getting up the mountain, moving mountains. It's an 8, so it is infinity, or cycles coming back around, not repeating the same cycle if something is done. Let's get one more card to clarify strength. It's also sometimes in certain decks, like the Thoth deck, it's called lust. So it's really desiring something, or it's recognizing that there is like an animalistic kind of part in you that is part of you. So it's knowing when to keep something on the leash, keep something tamed, and when to really let loose and let something out. You know, that fiery, powerful side in you. It's not the overpowering thing. It's a gentle approach. Sometimes the biggest strength you can have is in stillness. It's in knowing that you're strong and embodying that energy. You don't have to talk about it or prove it. It's something that is felt, and it just is. I feel like I might have a visitor, so before I pull this, I'm going to pause you one sec. All right, so I also grabbed the angel number cards, so we could pull one of those as well. So let's just clarify all these together. The page of swords and the knight of rods, or candy canes. This 2 of candy canes. And then we have these big energies here. This is the major arcana. These are influences that are more outside of our control, and it's all about how we handle these energies. Also, I mean, here, if there was anybody trying to overpower you in any way, push you, you know, there's that lack of mutual trust and understanding. That could be something that some of you are letting go, and that would bring you such peace and stillness in your soul. Release the need to control. Something fell. You'll take what fell. What is this? This is a weird one. You got the Five of Cups. So it could also be that if some of you are leaving something behind, there has to be a period of stillness and time to heal. The Five of Cups is sometimes a big deal and sometimes it's not. It's all about what the situation is, what you are personally going through, or perhaps what somebody else is going through. It's also possible someone else is feeling some hurt if you are leaving a situation. Or this is you going through something in the past, but recognizing how strong you became because of a situation, and finally having peace with that and letting something go restores you. Because this always changes. It's a 5. It's also a smaller situation. Sometimes this is just something broke, the milk spilt. You're going to sit there and cry at what didn't happen, or can it just be cleaned up and moved along? Is it really a big deal, or is it a bigger situation that needs some proper healing and proper time for the energy to be restored? Because everything does heal in time. I always feel like maybe upside down, it's something that's really broken, and you keep trying to put more and more duct tape on something, and it just keeps falling apart because it has to be thrown away, or there has to be something built a different way. Or it's just not moving out of a situation. Like, you just have to change your energy around and look at this situation in a different way to grow from it. That could also be somebody around you. I mean, that sort of flew out. I didn't pull it. So maybe that's just something you need to be aware of, or you're having reflection on from the past, because we all have moments like this where, you know, sometimes you just need to cry something out. If anything is being bottled in, working through these emotions does release them and starts that healing process. Sometimes these moments sneak up on us. And here, there are 2 cups that are full. You have 3 things here that are empty. They're not really broken. They just spilled. And this person's so upset that these 3 things are gone, and they're not recognizing they still have 2 here. That's a partnership, or that's a decision, or that's plenty of abundance. Even if you wanted to take some of the abundance and emotions out of those cups, you could still have enough to fill these up. There just has to be a change in your perception on something. But not everything is lost in this card. But you have to see what is a blessing because of it. So let's clarify that 5 of Cups since it jumped. Clarification on the 5 of Cups, please. What is this one? Oh, the 4 of Coins. Yeah. You or someone else was holding on to a situation in the past that didn't work a little too much, and it is time for a big release. This is the 4 of Pentacles. So it is somebody that could be kind of smothering someone or a situation, not letting go, really having some desire for something, but that doesn't help something grow and change. It smothers the energy. It's where there's not a beautiful in and out flow that can grow, and all these prosperities and blessings that want to come in. This is when the person has their arms closed. How can something new come in if you're blocked or someone else is blocked? Sometimes this has to be a natural change in perception. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes this is the Miser card. The person that's building something up, trying to get their security down, but never making an investment on happiness or an investment where there can be return in the long run. This can be a message for some of you if you're overspending, or if you are not saving for something to create that grounding energy. and it's just kind of constantly going out. It's telling you to have some awareness on your finances or your energy. If you're over, exerting energy in a specific person or place or partnership and it's not coming back. But if you're pulling everything in and saving everything so tight and taking all of that energy and burying it in the backyard and not making use of it, let's just say it's knowledge that you have, energy you put into learning something and you're really good, but you never do anything with those lessons or share that knowledge if you are meant to be a teacher. It's almost like a hoarding energy. So there has to be a release of that hoarding energy so something can eventually reciprocate in your life. It's like this person always wants to have this big kingdom, the kingdom of the emperor or the empress. And they're sitting out there with what they're burying in the yard instead of working at how they can maybe have some help, have something grow, make some flexible changes in their life so something can grow bigger than how they perceive something, because it's something very closed off. This person isn't even, they brought their bed outside. Oh no, they're not even in a kingdom. It's like this person's in their little playpen in their room with their bed and has all these dreams about this kingdom they want to build, but they never leave the room and try something. Have the strength to let an old way of thinking go, or situations that didn't work out, or see something in a different perspective on how it brought you the light at the end of the tunnel, the chance to try something new, the chance to do something different. At the bottom, you have the Empress. So the Empress energy is your grounding energy, which means whatever you are ready to let go of and start. This could be someone around you. It's a mothering energy, the grandma, a lover, a friend. She can run a kingdom. She can run a business. She can multitask her ass off. She creates abundance everywhere that she goes because she recognizes the opportunities and has the open-armed allowance to let the right things in. Upside down, she can also be smothering, usually because she wants so much, but she puts too much energy on a person or a place or thing to be a certain way that it causes stress in that person that they can't live up to the potential she can see. The Empress upright gives to herself, so she recognizes she doesn't have to give from an empty plate. She recognizes how deserving she is of the love that she deserves. She's the Empress. Everybody wants to be around the Empress. Everybody wants to get her advice, be in her energy, because wherever the Empress is abundance, is creativity. She's Mother Nature. She's why things are created, but she's there for the long haul. You have to be, whether this is a project, a partnership, or you, be in every chapter, every level of what you're going through the whole way. From the birth of something, and then before that, it's incubation, it's idea, to something being released, to the growing pains and the changes, to the teaching of something, so something can learn and be strong on its own, which also means sometimes she needs to be a tough mama. Let's just say she has children around her. She can't do all their homework all the time. They'll never learn anything. And they have to have moments like this where maybe in their teenage years they go through a little bit of heartbreak. And yes, that's really hurtful for her to see. But she also knows that when she allows things, let's just say it's a project and not a child, to mess up, that's how she grows and learns how to change and not do the mess up again. Sometimes it takes you messing up so you know how to not do it again or what you deserve. It takes sometimes losing something or something not working out for you to have true gratitude when the right thing comes in your life. And then there's also that point where she has to allow something to go and trust that something is good on its own. Something will kind of flow on its own. And whatever is meant for her always comes back to the Empress. So I have the angel number. Let's get one angel number. And then Maybe one message from the universe. Also, there is a little bunny in the Empress card. So there could be like an extra fertile energy going on. Just so you know. It could be that this Empress or this energy around her is a little bit frisky too, because she's also the lover. She's not just the mother. She's the perfect embodiment of the divine feminine energy. And sometimes that feminine energy is a little bit of the pursuer. And sometimes it's complete allowance that something will come when it's right. So I am getting that she is like extra productive in whatever it is that she's doing, or this energy around you is just extra productive. Something will come in abundance. It has the possibility to be highly abundant in your life. Let's get one angel message. I'm not even sure if any music came out in this reading. I guess that just sometimes happens, but when I usually watch the reading to make sure, because sometimes I put a video up and then like halfway through I've had like a 20-minute like where I look a little crazy. And it's just like the screen paused and I can't use the video because there's like a whole chunk in the middle that didn't upload right. So I do watch it, and also to get all the playlists. But so sometimes I get new songs that come through. But if any of you have songs that you thought of during this reading, feel free to put them in the comments. If I can get to it, I will put it on the playlist. Looking at this, I did think of Solomon Burke, Cry to Me. One message for the collective, please, and thank you. 17, 17. So just so you know, we are ending with a little extra message of a drama alert. Drama alert! So there's a situation around you, or maybe even inside of you, that feels a little dramatic. But sometimes drama can be also exciting and good. It's sometimes a situation that brings you that independence. It's independence. It's your soul's mission. Where'd my glasses go? It's alone time. If you're leaving any kind of dramatic situation, this gives you the chance to just pamper yourself. Find the right people that, you know, really want to put the right kind of attention into you. It's time to heal, learn, and aspirations. Take a few deep breaths. Focus inward. You need time to think things over, consider your options, because at this time you must rely solely on yourself. You have the strength. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity. So maybe some of you have drama, maybe some of you are, it's just been too still for too long. It could be the other way too. Maybe you need a little extra drama in your life to pep things up a bit, and it's coming in. But if there's been a lot of plateauing energy and a lot of just nothing really exciting or radiant, that is going to change. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Sometimes we need a lot of excitement, and sometimes we need the stillness. Let's get you one more universe has your back message. Just one more message for the collective to be helpful, please, and thank you. Hope this reading was helpful for you guys and you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here today. One message, please. Oh, we got a dragonfly. Maybe you see dragonflies. Dragonflies are very special. They can fly different than other bugs. They're like little helicopters. I always trust. You got two. You have to trust the direction the universe is taking you. You might not understand it yet, but there is a time where you're going to look back and it's going to be very clear why something had to happen a certain way. Always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. And with that, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, and I will see you soon. Bye.